Well, hi there, and welcome to another episode of Hey, What's Next? I recently made my way to a local Aldi in search of some new Christmas decorations for the house, and in the ALDI Finds section, I came across this, a basic low-end record player from Bauhn. Well, this falls right into my channel's subject category, so I picked one up. So let's explore its features, test the record playing abilities, and take a quick peek inside the unit for its build quality. The Bauhn record player, model number TR316. This is what's next. All right, here is the latest ALDI Finds. The Bauhn Bluetooth Suitcase record player. Two colors that I saw, black and then this kind of beige color. Same mechanism here that we probably will see on Crosley's or Victrola's, the other suitcase players you can find on Amazon. Is this going to be audiophile quality? Heck no, it's not going to be that at all. Let's look at the things here on the side. We got 3-speed turntable, stereo speakers, Bluetooth receiver, headphone jack, adjustable pitch control. That's awesome. Portable and lightweight, showing somebody carrying it. Although it doesn't look like a record player, it looks like a stick or maybe the Bauhn Bluetooth speaker. On the side here, we have another image of the record player, same information here, and the gigantic ALDI UPC symbol that wraps around the back. Have a little bit more information. Solid packaging, very glossy finish. Here it is on the top. Here's the bottom, another big UPC. All right, we did see though, down here we have a 1-year warranty. That's enough jibber jabber, let's get this opened. Bluetooth suitcase record player user manual. Here is, it's a USB connection. Not C, but A, with a barrel plug at the end. So we're looking at 5 volts, 1 amp. I'm already seeing a bonus here. No styrofoam. It's using the cardboard inner carton. Take that off and that off. It does sit upright, although I'm going to guess that on the bottom here we have our, there's our RCA line out. There's our DC input and our auxiliary in. So it does have auxiliary. All right, let me get the plastic off and we'll take a look at the player. Well, this is interesting. I took this off and it still has an additional plastic wrap on the lid. So again, let's take a look at the outside. We have this wrap with some stitching here. That's kind of cool. Looks like it's in decent shape. We got some scuffing here to the side, but again, for the money, not too bad. Here is the speaker. Not sure if you can see that or not. Then we have, again, our RCA line out DC 5 volt 1 amp input. Looks like it is center positive, our auxiliary in. And then we have the hinges back here. Those are on there pretty good. There's some additional information. So it looks like it was manufactured July of 2024. Display date, November 2024. Here's the other speaker. And if we open this up, there you go. If I like the lid, that's got Bauhn back here. This is kind of a felt, if you could see it in here. So you can see it's just a felt lining. You can't see where it connects up, it kind of overlaps a little bit. All right, and then we have our pitch control here, which is currently set to negative. There's no center click, so you really can't find center. There's our phono and Bluetooth. So here is our user manual. We have English starting on page 1, Spanish on page 3. So the setup and operation. We have the 45 RPM adapter right here, as it states in the step 1. Here is the specs of the device. As you can see here, we have our turntable speeds, 33, 45, 78. Now with the 78, as I've watched on other YouTube channels, to really play that correctly, you need a special stylus for that. Bluetooth version, Bluetooth 5.4. Built-in speakers are 3 watts times 2. There's your power source information and the adapter, 45 RPM manual. That's our accessories. That's the user manual. We see what the device is, and now it's time to start taking this apart, and we're gonna play a record. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're taking off the tape. Got some residue there. I'm also seeing some glitter too. I'm not sure where that glitter came from. I have this one. That's actually been, man, that is on there good. All right, so we have at least a little bit of residue. Not too worried about it. We have the nubs, so that'll keep it from the sticky part of the platter. I'm going to assume that's the belt drive turntable mechanism that we see in many other turntables. We have this twist tie that comes out like that, and we have the usual cover. And if again we look up in that, it is a ruby red stylus. Generally a cartridge like this, 5.5 grams would be okay. Okay, we have it set to -5 grams. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this down here. So 5.6 grams. So it's under 6 grams. Again, so I saw this particular table mat on Recordology, and this is a way to measure the speed. So the outer ring is for 50 hertz, inner is 60, and then it's 33, 45, and 78 RPM. Because we have the pitch adjustment, we can adjust the speed on the fly, which is pretty cool. So we have the cueing lever right here. We're gonna bring this over, turn on the turntable, and there we go. All right, so if you happen to look here, I'm recording at 24 frames a second. The outer line here at 33 1/3, which is the speed that we're playing at currently right now, those lines are pretty much standing still. You're gonna notice that they're shifting a little bit that way, which is fine. Again, you drop the needle on it, it's gonna put some drag on it, it's gonna slow it down, but that's pretty good. Let's try the next one. All right, so that's at 45, and you're gonna notice again, not too much movement. And last but not least, there's 78. Now 78 is definitely going to the right. There you go. Now the one thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that this has got really good motor noise, meaning that it isn't very loud at all. Let me go ahead, I'm gonna take off my mic and I'm gonna put it down here. Now that's at 78. Let me go back down to 33. And I'm obviously gonna have to adjust the pitch again. Very quiet motor noise. I'm really surprised at that. Let's get a record and let's try this out. We're gonna use ambient sound, and then we're gonna do a direct feed. We have here selections from Capitol Records. This 10-inch demonstration record, not for resale. So why don't we just get a couple clips from this, and then we're going to play back the same segments on the recording that I'm going to get from this Reticus V115. Anyways, let's get this thing rolling here. Right now I'm impressed. The motor noise is pretty low. Speaker quality again is what you would expect.
Here's great music, especially selected to demonstrate for you the outstanding quality of this VM Voice of Music phonograph. Here's great music, especially selected to demonstrate for you the outstanding quality of this VM Voice of Music phonograph.
All right, as this is USB powered, will a standard power bank, this one from Anchor, will it work? Let's find out. Plugged in, We turned on the battery bank, turn on the power, and there you go.
Here's great music, especially selected.
So now you have a portable record player. Bonus on that. Let's open this up and see what's inside. There are 2 screws in the back, 2 screws up front. We have our screwdriver, and I'm not even going to bore you with it. We're just going to go ahead and get these unscrewed. Okay, I've laid out the screws in the proper order of how they were put in. And lay our screwdriver down. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to unplug the power. Let's take this out, and this should come off. Let's see if we can maybe get a flat blade here, and I'm going to try the corner. And we're going to use the screwdriver. I've already worked it loose a little bit here. And this should, if I hold this into place, get in here again. Just got to get past, there we go. And then there we are. There is the record player. So yeah, it's your basic internal. A lot of hot glue was used to put this together. There's hardly any weight. There is the motor. I don't see any markings. Oh, there it is. EG53SD3F. Again, standard mechanism, all plastic. That section here is for the speed and the auto stop. And then of course, all these are your controls, your volume and whatnot. We do see that there's a twist tie back here where they've kind of wrapped up the cables nice and neat. And then all the connections in the back here, again, all wood. Fairly basic standard setup. We have, those are pretty decent magnets, speaker on either side. So there you go. That's the inside of the Bauhn record player. Give me a moment. I'm going to put this back together again, test it out, make sure I didn't break anything, and then we'll finish this video. All right, basic record player for sure. $30, an ALDI's Find. Let's take it back to the studio for my final thoughts. All right, so who is this record player for? Obviously, if you're an audiophile, you know what? This isn't for you. However, if you or someone you know is getting started in collecting and playing records, this makes for a great start. For me, the one feature that stands out is that built-in pitch control. It's a great way to dial in the correct speed without taking the player apart to adjust the motor's speed controls. As expected, the sound from the speakers is mediocre and the overall wow and flutter is noticeable, but in my opinion, it isn't as bad as other Suitcase players I've had in the past. The build quality, it's quite nice. The ability to run this unit with a portable power supply with a USB-A port is awesome. No, I didn't try the Bluetooth speaker function, but it's a nice bonus feature with this unit. So what's my final take? Overall, its build quality is really good, its portability is nice, but it lacks in a bit of sound reproduction. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you found the topic helpful and informative. If you liked what you saw, take a moment and give me a thumbs up. To have my channel appear in your feed, please click the subscribe button and bell notification icon. In the meantime, feel free to watch one of my other videos either here or here. And until next time, I'll see you again for another episode of Hey, What's Next?